LV back with a SGC graded card reveal for you guys today, but not just any SGC reveal. It's a PSA Crackout reveal. I recently got destroyed on a few large PSA orders a while back. I know it happens to everyone, and you just kind of take the good with the bad, but it still bothers me nonetheless, especially on the big orders. And after all these years, the bad grades still make me second guess my grading eye a little bit. So occasionally, out of self-preservation and reassurance that I'm not going crazy, I'll crack out some of the cards PSA gave 8s or lower that I thought were pretty clean, possible Gem 10s, and then I'll send them to SGC and see what they think. So, I got 30 freshly graded cards for you. Half of them, right, this stack right here, are crackouts that were submitted originally by me, and the other half are just cool random cards I haven't graded before and just decided to grade with SGC. Now, for the crackouts, I have a goal I hope to reach. I'm hoping for an average of a 1.5 grade bump. Seems crazy, but I think it's obtainable, and you guys get to see if I achieve that goal. Quickly, before I start, a quick word of advice. These cards you are about to see, most of them are low-end cards. Cards you shouldn't crack out. Cards that make no financial sense to crack them out. And essentially, you double pay grading fees on. So, if you are on a bit of a budget, if you're tight on money, or you do this for a living, I don't recommend cracking out most of these cards. I'm doing this purely out of spite, making sure I'm not going crazy, and learning purposes. Okay, let's get started. All right, here we go. This should be fun, I'm thinking. All right, I got my sheet of paper so I can write down the bump or no bump, and then we'll calculate the average. Anyway, this is the Members' Choice Jordan Stadium Club. PSA gave an 8. See what he got. He got a 9, so that is a 1 grade bump. Yeah, I can see that. It was pretty clean. It was somewhere between 9 and 10. It could have been an SGC 9.5 for sure. Okay, next up, we got a Derrick Rose rookie card. Just kind of his flagship tops. PSA gave an 8. I couldn't figure out why. It got a 9.5. So that is a 1.5 grade bump. That is more what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for that 2 bump too. So 1.5 on the D Rose. Next up, we got the white chocolate. I couldn't figure out the 8. I peeled off the coating, so I don't know what they saw. PSA saw. Let's see what he got. 9.5, 1.5 bump. I thought this one would get a 10, to be honest. But still, 1.5, that's right where we need to be at. Okay, next up, we got a fun one here. All right, so we got a Jerry Rice rookie card, 1986 tops. PSA gave it a 6. I disagreed. I thought it should be somewhere between a 7 and an 8. Let's see what SGC thought. 7.5. I think it's very accurate grade there. This card was just really clean. You know the cards, you really have to hold it in your hand, especially on the 80s and 90s cards. You can know if they're fresh, if they're clean or not, by just holding them, feeling them, looking at the cardboard, everything. And this was one that I felt was really sharp, really clean. You know, it obviously has the little touches, but that's completely normal to the set. So, very accurate. 7.5 here. Looks nice in the tux. Okay, nice eye appeal too. That was a 1.5 bump on the Rice. Let's keep going. It's the Darko. Only I would grade a Darko card twice. Okay, so this one, very thick card. PSA hammered it, gave an 8. I thought it was somewhere between 9 and 10. Let's see what SGC thought. A 9? Okay. I think this should be a 9.5, at least. It was so clean. Cool looking patch there, right there. The number 2 pick behind LeBron James, 2003 draft class. Got the 9. Next up, is a cool looking black refractor, Richard Jefferson. This year, 2002 Topps Chrome, they are numbered out of only 99 in the world. And PSA gave it an 8. I thought it was in between 9 and 10. See what it gave it? They gave it a 9.5. That's good. We need that 1.5 bump. We're kind of on pace. We're close. It was nice looking. All right, got the RJ at the 9.5. Next up, we have the Juwan Howard, part of the Michigan Fab 5. 2002 Topps Chrome Basic Refractor. PSA gave it an 8. I thought it was a 10. I really did. SGC said a 9.5. So, nice bump, but honestly, I think this should be a 10. 9.5 on that one. We still got a 1.5 bump there. We need one with a 2 bumper. Okay. We got James Harden. It's the red. It's a thicker. These are numbered at 75. PSA gave him an 8. I thought it was a 9 at least, if not a 10. And SGC gave it a 9. Only a 1 bump here. I think this should have been a 9.5. It was really clean. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's pretty centered up. Got a 9. It's only 1. We need some 2s. 2 bumps here. How about the Chris Paul? What can it do? Got an 8. It's 2009 Topps Chrome, last year of Topps Chrome basketball. Licensed, anyway. SGC gave it a 9.5. That's a pretty nice bump. I'll take it on this card. That's a good solid grade. 'Cause if you know this year of Topps Chrome, the back is where he gets you. Plus the surface scratches are insane. Printing roller marks, everything. Anyway, you always get white showing on the back corner. I thought this card looked pretty clean. It was somewhere. I would give it a 9. So I think a little bit of an overgrade here. Just a 0.5 overgrade. 9.5 on the Chris Paul. All right, that's a 1.5 bump. Okay, we got a Tracy McGrady Z-Force. Got an 8. I thought this was more of at least a 9. For being a condition-sensitive card, it was great. Let's see what it got. 8.5. They kind of hammered it too, so maybe I'm missing something. But, you know, let me know what you guys think. If I was a grader, and I know condition-sensitive sets, I would almost grade those cards somewhat on a little curve, if you know what I mean. You know, if I was grading this card, I knew this set was condition sensitive, and I knew I've seen a lot of them, and they're always chipped up. And this card, compared to the other ones, are so nice. So that's what I mean by kind of grade on a curve in a little bit. So as a grader, I think I would give this a 9. A little bit of white showing on the back, but this is just so common. 8.5 on this one, though. Next up, we got... Oh, that was only a 0.5. That hurt. That hurt our average. We got a John Elway. This is just a nice-looking card. It's the Legacy Collection Flair Showcase 2013 Fleer Retro. These are numbered at 150. They give it an 8. I thought it was between a 9 and a 10. SGC gave it a 9. You know, I would have done a 9.5 on this card. I didn't see much. Got a 9 on that one. Only a 1 bump. Okay. These Hardaways, I had 2 of them. And I don't know what I missed. PSA gave me 8s on both. I have no idea. 9.5, that makes more sense, yes. Could have even went 10. They were sharp and clean. Got a 9.5 on that. So it's 1.5 bump. Okay. 1.5 bump. Here is the second Hardaway. Let's hope this one gets a 10. Got an 8 before. Got a 9er. So that hurts the average a little bit too. But still, all of them have been grade bumps. Got a 9 on that one. 1 on that. Next up, we got a It's embarrassing that I'm even into this card, what I am. I mean, I bought it for, what, a penny pretty much, but I'm $30 invested in grading into a $5 card. Anyway, Chuck Person, Finest, 98. I thought it was a 10. Got a 9. So this card, it's just in my nightmares. So you see this mark right here? That looks like it's on the card to me, and that definitely wasn't there before I submitted to PSA or SGC. After I cracked it out, it still wasn't there, so that happened at SGC. But honestly, who cares? This is a Chuck Person. But I do have proof in this picture right here. This is right before I submitted it. I'm not worried about it, but still. I got a 9. This card is doomed. What is that, 1 grade bump still, even with that mark? Alright, final card. The Matrix. 3 Hall of Famers. You got Carmelo, Wade, LeBron. Got an 8. I thought it was in between 9 and 10, and it ended with a 8.5. Dang, I'm missing something. What am I missing on this card? Usually you get kind of touches of white, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. Okay, so that was only 0.5. Let me do my math real quick. I will do the math, and I will let you know that right now. All right, did the math, and I failed to reach my goal. Total was 17.5 divided by 15. 1.17 average grade bump. Did not hit the 1.5. I don't know. Hopefully next time. That's okay. I tried my best. We almost got there. We're going to start off with a pretty cool card. We got a Sport Kings Cal Ripken Jr. on-card auto. Nice full bold 10 autograph. And it's actually a game-worn jersey, which I can appreciate. It's from 2015. I wasn't quite sure if PSA graded this year of Sport Kings or not, but I think it looks good in a tuck, so I'm really glad I went with them, and I got a 10. Received it off eBay. It's a thicker card, and I couldn't believe how clean it was. It really did look like a Gem 10, so a 10 with a 10. Beautiful card. He was my favorite player growing up. Next up, we got a Jamal Lewis Gold Refractor out of 50 from 2008 Topps Finest. It was a pretty clean card. It was in between a 9 and a 10. Had a touch of white on that corner right there. See it? Other than that, gem quality. I think PSA would have given it a 9. Next up is actually a BGS Crackout. I don't mind buying this card of James Harden. You know, it's Steph Curry's rookie year. It's a refractor. He'll be a Hall of Famer, and this card is dirt cheap, in my opinion, especially compared to the Curry, which I get it. Curry's more of a fan favorite. Not many people like Harden, but, you know, you can't discount what he's done in the NBA. So, anyway, I bought it as an 8.5 BGS, and it looked really nice through the slab. So I figured it's worth a crack out. Let's just see what it got. So I got the 8.5 again, and let me tell you, I'm actually really, really happy about that. Because after I cracked it out, I noticed normal surface scratches, which is fine. But the back had that mark right there. Look at that. I'm surprised I didn't catch that through the BGS slab, or else I wouldn't have cracked it. But that's okay. It only cost me another extra 15 bucks, but it still got the same grade. And I actually would rather have it in an SGC slab. So I'm very happy that it got an 8.5. I'm grateful. All right. 8.5 on that one. Next one is another 8.5. So this is Justin Rose. I grew up playing golf and watching golf, you know, the Tiger era and everything. But there was this one tourney. I think Justin Rose was an amateur. I think it was, I still call it the British Open. And I couldn't believe how well he played. Didn't win it that year, but just incredible. Anyway, he's had a nice career. I've always wanted to win the British Open, and he had a chance this year. So that Saturday, the third round, after the third round, I was like, Justin Rose was about a shot or two behind the leader, and I was like, I have this gut feeling he's going to win it. He's going to win it all. So I went on ComC and overpaid for this. It's numbered out of 25. It's the extra limited signatures rookie auto. This is one of his best cards you can get. But unfortunately, he lost. He got second place. So my gut was wrong, and I overpaid on this. But that's okay. I still enjoy it. And it is an 8.5. That's an accurate grade. I was hoping it'd be a 9, but it has a nick on the edge. You see it right there? That's just too much, in my opinion. So I think it's an accurate grade. Anyway, there you go on that one. Next up, we have a Josh Allen. Just a basic prestige card. It looked like in between 9 and 10, but it got the 10. This one's hard because all the dark borders and corners and everything. But overall, it was pretty clean. A little generous. I probably would have given it a 9.5. I'll take it. Another Josh Allen. This is the NFL Passport from Prestige, still his rookie year. Touch of white there. So that is why it got the 9.5. Touch of white there too. So I think another generous grade. I probably would have given this a 9. Really, really cool card. The 1993 Top Stadium Club, Ken Griffey Jr. I always wanted this as a kid. And I finally got one not too long ago. That's the corner why I didn't grade it with PSA. Other than that, all other corners were great. And even the back, which always gets kind of the white showing and chips and stuff. But look at the back, it's just flawless. I think that's why overall, the overall eye appeal was pretty nice. Generous overgrade there too. I would say it's a 9. They could have even pushed an 8.5, but I think a 9 is an accurate grade. Beautiful card. We got a Kobe rookie year 96 chrome. This is the Allen Iverson Youthquake. I was hoping it would be a 9. Off center, a little thicker on the left than the right, and a little nick to that corner right there. But you know, I'd say this is fairly accurate. Surface was great. No hulking, no surface scratches, so got an 8.5 on that one. We got a Bradley Beal. I know he's not, it doesn't command high value anymore, but I still like buying this stuff dirt cheap right now. Orange, number out of 50. Hopefully he can bounce back in his career a little bit. Leaf Valiant, got a 9.5. Yeah, it was in between 9 and 10. This card, I'm really, really excited about. So PSA doesn't grade these. Anything pre, I think it's 1998. With the company signatures, they just won't grade. So, but SGC will. And 92 Pro line, I love the profiles and the portraits and everything. The images were awesome. I mean, look at look at the high top, the haircuts, the clothes. It's just classic. This is Randall Cunningham. He still has a nice fan base. You can see the certified authentic stamp right there. A lot of them usually signed on the back, which is nice to see Randall sign on the front. And it got a 9.5. The only real issue with the card was a touch of white on that corner. There you go. So I could have got a 9 or 9.5. Really nice card. Next up, this was a min-size PSA wooden grade. I thought it was sharp. It was in between a 9 and a 10 to me. A little off-center, a little thinner on the bottom and the top, a little thinner on the left, but that's just excess on the top. I don't know. This is pretty condition sensitive, but mass-produced, so kind of cancels each other out a little bit. Anyway, got an 8.5. I think this should have been a 9. So a little undergrade on that one. We don't even have any 9s. So this card, there's a story behind it. So if you watched my SGC Ghost reveal in the pack, it's where the order that I never received, it got lost in the mail. I was really bummed. I think it had, not this exact card, obviously, but it had this card numbered out of 100, second year LeBron James, in an 8.5 or a 9, I believe, and I loved it. I really wanted it for my PC, and I haven't found it since on eBay. The only one I found was this one, and it was just chewed up, beat up. I think I only paid like 80 bucks, but I love the card because it has Manu Ginobili and Yao Ming. Must be an all-star game from an all-star game image. Anyway, I love this card. If you see it in higher grade, let me know. It is chewed up. Anyway, I wanted SGC to just authenticate it. I clicked the just authenticate button, just, you know, slab it as authentic, but they did not do that. That's okay. A 5. EX5. At least it's slabbed up, right? A little bit of an undergrade here. We got Bobby Jackson. It's got to be just the hulking because this card is flawless other than a hue of that green. This is rookie. It's the silver refractor of 1090. Back is flawless too. I would have given it a 9. 8.5, little undergrade there. Accurate grade here. Emmanuel Quickly. Green prism. Draft pick, so it doesn't command as much value, but it's 10 and 10. It looked great. He started playing really well for the Raptors when he got traded, so I expect a nice, solid season for him coming up. 10-10. Next up, we got a little preview. I'm not including it in the Crackouts because I didn't originally submit this. So I bought this on eBay as an 8, and I thought it looked nicer. It was centered up. It had a few little marks right here that just wouldn't come off with the microfiber cloth. But other than that, that was pretty much it. Maybe a touch of white on the back. Let's see what he got. Got the 9. So I'm actually very happy with that. I think it looks great in the 9. Allen Iverson, number 99, gold refractor. Yeah, you can see it's a pretty nice card. I'd say accurate grade here. Number flip there. 66 out of 99. That's our first 9, right? Okay, there you go. All right, so I just wanted to give you my thoughts. I still love PSA, but I've said this before. I think SGC is more consistent, and that shouldn't surprise anyone. And it's not all PSA's fault. You know, think about this. PSA grades probably over 10 times the amount of cards SGC does, or any other grading company. So they need to hire at least 10 times the graders, the workforce. And these graders won't be as experienced yet, and they are probably most likely pretty young. They probably weren't even born to know the years and sets of all the years and sets from the 1980s and 1990s, and obviously vintage. So the more graders, the more inconsistency. It's simple as that. SGC is probably still rolling with the same experienced graders they have been for a long time. So they know the cards better and remain consistent with their coworkers. My overall advice is to trust your eye, trust yourself, buy the card, not the grade, and don't submit large bulk orders to PSA. I'm talking orders over 100 cards. Just don't do it. Break it up. You run a great risk of getting an inexperienced grader, and the whole order is then shot. So keep the order around maybe 25 to 50 cards per sub. All right. I hope you found this vid helpful or entertaining. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.